So it's probably no surprise to you guys, but I definitely don't always find the animals I'm looking for when I go out to film a new video. Kinda ironic considering the channel name, but that's kinda just the reality of being out in nature. Every stroll in the woods is like running in the tall grass in Pokemon. It's all random encounters. So more often than not, I end up finding something that I had no plans on finding at all. For example, today I went out here looking for frogs and salamanders, but instead I found something more mammalian and sharp. But before we get into that, what on earth is this guy doing?
What are you doing up there?
Oh, me? I'm just looking for animals, you know? Just trying to get a little bit of a... Why don't you come closer? Come here. 75 degrees and 2 centimeters that way, guys. Yeah, the wind's telling me you can smell them. I think we're onto something, guys. There's animals out here. So out here in the wilderness, you can come across all sorts of things, like this thing. Most other things in the wilderness tend to be near the water, believe it or not. So I decided to follow the creeks that contain wet liquids like water, because you know water is wet. And you know what else is wet? Salamander skin is wet. It's wet because they secrete a mucus that aids their ability to breathe through their skin. And this here, redback salamander, breathes entirely through its skin. Very nice, high quality catch. I will name you Jerry. So here I am in the wilderness with my boy Jerry. We're just walking down the creek and holy shit. The North American porcupine, also known as, is best known for its sharp quills protruding from its back. Contrary to popular belief, porcupines aren't just a big ball of spikes.
Are you sure about that?
You can see as I move closer to the porcupine, those back quills lift up and it enters that well-known defensive posture. Here you may be asking yourself, what would happen if I were to give the porcupine a little bit of a kiss, a little... Despite your best attempt to entice the porcupine, you're going to be unfortunately met with a barrage of quills shot directly into your forehead from long range, and that's it. You're done for. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's a common misconception about porcupine quills. What actually happens is when a predator or unsuspecting victim gets too close to the porcupine, they will basically slap you with their back, pushing the quill down, triggering its releasing mechanism. So fortunately for you, there won't be any quills shot at you from long range. Unfortunately for you, removing the quill isn't straightforward due to its microscopic barbed surface, making it very difficult and painful to pull out. Let's not overlook the porcupine's other often forgotten threat display, its smell. And right now this thing smells like a Discord mod in a pile of dead fish. No, I'm serious, it smells like really, really, really bad, like... Oh, it's on my shoe. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. The word porcupine comes from the Old French word porcisfin, which basically translates to thorn pig. However, they aren't related to pigs at all, but rather rodents like Biggie Cheese and everyone's favorite, the one and only capybara. Porcupines have a wide distribution across much of northern and western United States, yet, even if you reside in these areas, you might not ever encounter one due to its mostly nocturnal lifestyle. They're also excellent climbers, spending many of their nocturnal hours in treetops. Here they will feast on the tree bark, leaves, berries, roots, and more notably, human sweat and glue. Yes, you heard me right, porcupines are glue eaters. What? Let me explain. In the wilderness, salt can be a scarce nutrient for many animals. So to the porcupine wandering your garage at night, that axe handle caked in human sweat and carpenter's glue is looking mighty scrumptious right now. Female porcupines carry their young for a gestation period of 16 to 31 weeks, depending on the species, and give birth to 1 to 3 babies at a time. Baby porcupines are called porcupets. They will likely have a long life ahead of them because porcupines have a relatively high longevity and hold the record for the longest living rodent, with one individual named Cooper living 32 years. Last but not least, the North American porcupine is ranked the least concerned by the IUCN. And with that being said, I think that wraps up the North American porcupine. If you gained some knowledge, make sure to smack that like button, shoot me any comments or questions, check out the description, and subscribe if you haven't already for more wildlife content.